Hello, so today we will be illustrating our Tableau dashboard for the movies and credits dataset. So this is the first page of the dashboard. As we can see, there's a title here, TMDB Movie Dataset Overview. And this button basically goes to page 2 of the dashboard. Clicking it goes to page 2, and clicking the button on page 2 goes back to page 1. And at the top, as we can see, there are 3 filters. And for example, now the top 3 genres are showing all. But if we select a specific top 3 genre, as we can see, the KPI bar as well as the 3 plots below gets filtered based on what we select. So if we select another top 3 genre, as we can see, the KPI bar and the 3 plots at the bottom basically gets accommodated for what we select. And the same thing goes to release year. So if we select a specific release year, as you can see, only 5 movies are from that release year, and also the 3 plots at the bottom gets filtered based on the release year of 1940. Okay, now we show all release year, and the same logistic apply to minimum vote count. So now we set the minimum vote count to 0, displaying all the movies. If we set it to 1000, as you can see, the total movies, the KPI bar, as well as the 3 plots gets modified based on what we set to be the minimum vote count. Setting it to 5000, only 84 movies exist. Setting it to 10,000, the only 7 movies exist. But now let's show all the movies. So this KPI bar shows several metrics. For example, how many movies are existing based on the 3 filters, the total revenue of the existing movies, the total budget of the existing movies, average rating, and the average popularity. And let's explain the 3 plots below. The first one is a scatter plot. The horizontal axis is the budget in constant dollar. The vertical axis is revenue in constant dollar. So if we click on a specific point, you can see more information. This point stands for top 3 genre of drama, romance, and thriller, released in a specific year with a specific title, the budget, popularity, revenue, vote average, and vote count of this movie. And the dots are being colored based on top 3 genres, and it is being sized based on vote count. For example, this large dot has a high vote count of more than 10,000, whereas this small dot only have a small vote count of 970. The second plot is a revenue by genre bar chart. The horizontal axis represents top 3 genres. The vertical axis represents the revenue in constant dollar. So if we hover our mouse over a specific bar, we can see what top 3 genres does the bar represent, and how many movies are in that genre, are in that top 3 genre, and the total revenue in constant dollar of those movies. And as we hover over a bar, we can see the scatter plot is showing only the movies based on the top 3 genres that the bar represents. Okay, and the third graph is basically movies released per year, and it is a line chart. Horizontal axis represent the year. Vertical axis represent how many movies are being released in that year. If we hover over a point, you can see more information. For example, in the year 2012, the amount of movies being released in that year is 208, and the average vote for those movies is 5.91. Okay, so this is what we have on the first page of the dashboard. Let's now go to the second page by clicking this point. Okay, or clicking the button, This is the second page, and the title of the page is page 2, Movie Revenue and Popularity Analysis. So now, this is a list of all the movies that we have in the dataset. If we click on a specific movie, we can see that the profile of the movie is being displayed. The profile tells about what the title of the movie is, the release year, the revenue of the movie in constant dollar, budget of the movie in constant dollar, and the movie's vote average. And also, we show several additional KPIs, such as profit, counted as the revenue minus the budget. And also, we calculate the return on investment scale. Okay, so those two KPIs are being calculated and displayed for the movies that we select. Okay, and also there's a search bar here. As you can see, we can type in words. For example, let me type in war. Okay, and we can see that the movie list only now show movies with the keyword in its title. Okay, and we can select a movie that we are very interested in. Let's say Man of War, or let's say Lord of War, and we can see the movie's profile and the KPIs of the movie. So those are what we have on our dashboard. Thank you.